Over the past 7 days, we have been on quite the roller coaster ride of temperature. So let's take a look at a bar graph that does illustrate that point to us. And you can see 40s to 50s, then back to the 40s, then up to the 60s, then back down to the 40s, up to the 60s, back down to the 40s. Well, we are going to stay in the 40s tomorrow, as we are going to stay on the cool side of the street. But we've also, during that time period, received some steady soaking rains, and eventually they have led to the opportunity for flooding in and around the Dan River in South Boston. What has been occurring is last week we got a lot of flooding, and it really didn't have a lot of time to recede aggressively. It slowly receded, but with the light rain that we did have for 4 days in a row, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the gradual rising of the waters in South Boston are going to lead to some flooding just after midnight. This is the flood stage, 22 feet, and then it should recede quickly and be below flood stage by tomorrow. But again, this is the lag time flooding that we always have to be aware of. All right, what about our forecast? Cold air coming in from the north and west, and the clear skies will allow the temperatures to drop very, very quickly. In fact, our current conditions are on the cold side. Look at these numbers. 17 already in Bluefield, 18 Lewisburg, 14 Hot Springs. It's already below freezing in Lynchburg, and 25 already in Roanoke. And what's been going on and what happens and why we do drop so quickly when there aren't any clouds is that when we have clear skies overnight, what happens is the heat that we gain during the day just goes off into the sky and dissipates very, very quickly. So we have very cold conditions, and as well, the dry air also helps to let that warmer air dissipate. If we do have cloud cover, well, that kind of traps the little bit of warmth that we did get today underneath, so we stay a little bit warmer. But with no cloud cover, dry conditions, we drop quickly. So we are expecting teens in the mountains, 20s in through portions of our foothills regions, and 30s down in through the Piedmont for overnight lows, and even colder than that, or excuse me, that's where we are at this moment. And as we move forward into the morning hours, look at that, teens and 20s through the region, rebounding only into the 20s, 30s, and some 40s coming in tomorrow. So it is going to be a relatively chilly day for us tomorrow. In fact, here's a little bit more numerical look at our temperatures. 42 in Bluefield, 41 in Blacksburg, 42 for the high in Lynchburg, with 44 in Danville. Futurecast indicates to us that we're going to stay on the quiet side of the street and the dry side of the street. A couple of clouds will drift in as we go through the afternoon of our Saturday, but very little consequence whatsoever, just high-level clouds. And as we get into Sunday, we will see some high-level clouds come in the wee hours of the morning and maybe some filtered sunshine on Sunday in the afternoon. But until we get there, we have a 42 for the high tomorrow in Lynchburg and a 43 for the high tomorrow in Roanoke, which is about 6 to 7 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. And then we warm back up or become mild in the mid-50s on Sunday and stay in the mid-50s on Monday. And we get even warmer than that on Tuesday with some rain coming in. Oftentimes we'll get that warmer air coming up from the south and west, and that brings a little moisture with it too. So, yeah. But I'll tell you, it's been quite the ride this week, temperature-wise.
Craziness, John.
Still some flooding going on down in the Dan River. It's pretty amazing. But we're having a good-looking weekend ahead of us, and I'm looking forward to it.
Sunday. Oh, I can't wait for Sunday.
Well, there you go. A little high cloudiness, but not that bad.
Okay, now, thank you, John.
Everybody stay warm out there and be careful.
Yeah, tonight with the teens, it's a good thing it's not windy, because that would be even worse. But it's going to be cold tonight, so be careful.
Yeah, thank you, John. The lunch